Hello and welcome to Night and Lads podcast, where we talk about Milton Keynes ice hockey and, of course, the NIHL. We've got Mason here, we've got Brian.
Hiya.
So, we'll jump straight into it. So, we got quite a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, that's if we've got voices to talk after last night. You probably guessed that we were supporting the Lightning yesterday. A slight huskiness in Mason's voice.
Yeah, at Peterborough way. We will get into that. But we go straight into the results of the weekend and also who won.
Yeah.
Will Brian get the hat trick or will Mason come back? So we go straight into it. Solway Sharks against Romford Raiders. And
yeah, I mean, I think certainly this weekend has shown that a lot of teams are very, very close to each other, and there's no, even Swindon, who are top of the division, they're not really pulling away, are they? There's still
dogs are just behind them.
Yeah, there's still a lot of balance between all the teams. I think I said something from like fourth down to eighth. They're all on 16 points, which shows that this is a very close league this year.
It is, because everyone is beating everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
So, of course, we always go with Solway at the moment, can't get over that barrier to get close, but don't finish line and get the equaliser and score the winning goal. Yeah. So, of course, Romford Raiders end up being a very tight game all the way to shootout. Yeah. And, of course, Romford came away with the win.
Yeah. So good for Romford.
Good points for themselves.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll say it anyway, but we'll go into it later on. It is MK Lightning against Hull Seahawks special remembrance.
Yeah, that was an amazing, very, very emotional day. I think there's a shout out to, I would like to say shout out to the Lightning staff, the soldiers, everybody involved in the remembrance. It was a really, really heartfelt and touching moment, impeccably observed. There wasn't 2 minutes seems a long time, but there wasn't a single sound, and obviously that was echoed around the country. So big shout out to that.
That was great. Of course, I missed it, but we'll go into that in a bit. But of course, Hull came with the win, 3-1 away, and of course Swindon against Telford Tigers. Very close game as well.
Yeah, again, as I say, the days when, there have been a few games where it's been a very one-sided game, but now it doesn't, there never seems to be a one-sided game at the moment.
No, definitely not. And of course, Swindon, being on top of the league, just carrying on winning. And of course, they came away with a 4-3 win.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Basingstoke Bison.
Yeah.
Bristol Pitbulls. Very tight game, not a high scoring game. Bison came with a 3-2 win.
Yeah. So, Bison, they seem to have settled, hopefully now that the rink issues are behind them, they seem to be getting a little bit more momentum. And of course, that you've got to be aware that they've got lots of games in hand, so where we probably thought that they would struggle, I know I for certain didn't think that they would play as well as they have. They could be one that can fly up the table quite quickly.
Yeah, and then plus also it's still got games in hand.
Exactly.
So they could. And of course, we're going into the last one on Saturday, of course. They're in form, Sheffield Steel Dogs.
Yes, very much so.
Welcome the Peterborough Phantoms.
Yeah.
And we both went for the Steel Dogs.
We did.
Coming from a 6-point weekend from last week.
Yeah.
And 6-2 win against Peterborough.
Yeah, I said last week that I was very impressed with the Steel Dogs. They look a really tight outfit. Some great acquisitions over the pre-season. I think they'll be up there at the end.
No, definitely. And of course, running to Sunday, it was actually Bristol Pitbulls and Telford Tigers, and that was their exciting game. Looking at the scores whilst we were at Peterborough.
Yeah.
Went all the way to overtime, but of course Tigers just had that extra edge in the end and came away with a 5-4 victory.
Yeah, and again, we said it before, lots of overtime games this season. Tigers, again, a very strong side. Pitbull, I think they're a bit like Solway in a way. They just don't, they either are really good or they just can't quite, they're another team that just can't quite get to that next level in terms of results.
Yeah, and we're coming to week 9 now, so I think they'll start picking up some points very soon. And then, of course, Solway did do it.
Yeah.
I know last week they beat, 5-3 against Swindon, and this time 4-1 against Rumford Raiders.
Yeah, it seems to, to be fair, I think it always seems to be that, it always goes 1-1 in if people go up to Solway.
Yeah.
I think the fatigue of travelling and what have you gets to the people. But good on Solway.
No, definitely. I'm quite glad they got some points as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're starting to rack up some points as well, which is great.
Well, they got a shootout as well, didn't they? So they ended up getting 3 points. So that's great for them. And of course, a very, very close game, overtime. And of course, at the Castle, Leeds Knights with Basingstoke Bison. And of course, Basingstoke Bison came with a 3-2 victory.
Yeah,
4-point weekend.
And it seems that in past seasons, a lot of teams thrived on their own home ground. The Castle, like the Thunderdome, was very, very invincible last season. Doesn't seem to be quite the same thing this season.
No.
So not sure what's going on there. Whether it's just one of those things, or but again, I think it's the fact that teams are beginning to get parity.
No, definitely. And of course, Hull Seahawks at home to Sheffield Steel Dogs. We both said that was going to be a tight game because I said I think Hull might win it, but I'm going to go Steel Dogs with the and of course it was a 5-4.
Yeah.
And of course the goal scorers for them is pretty much the same now every week.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. A lot of these teams now are finding their rhythm and getting consistency, and the same people are stepping up each week and doing the business in terms of goals.
And it's getting harder for Team of the Week because it's like you look at the other players and some miss out who are just as good, and it's like
I think maybe we need to change it to Squad of the Week.
Could. Or we could do 2 teams. Team of the Week and of course second team.
It's just you think it's easy doing a podcast. Believe me, all these things of Teams of the Week, Stinker of the Week, predictions, they are really difficult this season.
It is, and including when we have to sort it out and work it out, because he'll agree with some stuff, I won't agree, you won't agree, I'll agree. And it's one of those, but it's all fun. And of course but
we're still friends afterwards.
Oh yeah, 100%. And of course the Peterborough Phantoms local derby against local MK Lightning.
Yeah,
for us. And
we will go into that later
in a bit. Yeah, but of course Lightning came with the 5-4 victory.
Yeah.
So those are the results.
Yeah.
And of course I got 11 points, and Brian got the 12 points.
Yeah.
So he got the victory, and
look, baby, we've now got an official trophy. Mason will hold that a little bit closer. The official trophy.
Yeah.
And that's now 3
in a row
running. So it's now 3-1.
Oh, no.
Remember that.
I don't want a handshake. I want a trophy. That's your trophy. I'll get it next week.
Yeah.
I say that, but it never happens.
Yeah.
So straight after that, quickly, MK Storms Youths.
Yeah.
Everything will be shared on our social media pages probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
They usually do post on Tuesdays.
Yes, they do.
But I did get some of the results. One of the results, and of course, shout out to Alfie Degards and of course his dad.
Yeah.
Ross and everything. Under 19As went against the Invictors.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Invictors came with a 4-3 victory. And of course, Alfie had about 53 shots on himself. but he had an impressive 92% percentage save.
And that's really remarkable. You know, a young lad, I think he's 16 years of age, if I remember rightly. Yeah. He made his debut against for Thunder
Huskies,
the last time. Looked really impressive. Really big future.
100%.
Really big future.
So shout out to him as well. And of course his dad for letting us know the results and everything.
Yeah, and of course to all the Storm family. You know, we support you 100%, and you know, as we always say, these are the people that will, you know, in 5-10 years will be the people that we are watching for the Lightning or for other teams, maybe.
And then they've got hockey camps. They're away abroad at the minute, a couple of miles. So we're sharing out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do it all one big share.
Yeah.
So all done to Storm.
It's you know, it's exciting times for MK football, MK ice hockey.
Oh no! Don't mention football here.
Duh.
There's a tap you. You go.
Yeah. Duh.
So yeah, that is it. We'll go straight into the games. Of course, I was not present.
No.
Because I was at the MK Thunder, which come afterwards. So Brian, take it away with the Hull Seahawks.
No, not the best performance, I have to say. Really disappointing, if I'm honest. They just didn't click at all. You know, we can't use the excuse that Malik and Sean were on GB duty. We just didn't turn up. It was a really poor game. You know, I think you know the post match interview with Tim was very, very fair. On that particular day, there were some people who just didn't seem to step up when they should have done. A big shout out to the two guys that came in for us.
Oh yeah, Charlie Wedge and of course Jake Williams.
Yeah, that I thought I'll have to say a big shout out to them, because I know that they only sort of hooked up with the Lightning on the Saturday morning, I believe. But I was really rather impressed with them. I thought they looked very, very in control on the ice. Very, very good stick handling, good puck passing, maybe something that we, you know, I think very, very impressive guys. Thank you very much, first of all, for coming and helping us out. But yeah, I was very impressed with them.
No, that's good then. Because when I was at Thunder anyway, when I wasn't busy doing the bench, like working, doing the water boy. Bit old for a water boy, but I did enjoy it. Get wet everywhere. But no, of course I was looking at the games and everyone was texting me, and I was like, "Ooh, it's going to be one of those weekends again." And
it
was a tight game, ended up being a 3-1 loss. And of course, shout out to Ilya Korinchuk,
of course,
who of course got the goal, and of course assisted by Cowney, who actually did.
I finally managed to. I went up and we received the warm-up jersey from Dawson Osborne, because obviously he's left, and I managed to have a quick word with Jordan and apologise for calling him an Englishman. But he took it very well.
He's always a nice guy.
It very well. They all are.
It's actually Austin Osborne.
Oh, is it Austin? Oh, I knew it was. Okay, it's one of the Osborne twins.
Yeah, so I couldn't be present because of Thunder duties, but Dave from the supporter stands, MK Lightning, said about, I'll collect the jerseys and everything, who would like to present the jersey to you guys. I said, well, Brian representing Lightning lads, and also my dad. Shout out to the old man.
Yes. He was quite shocked because I don't think he insisted that you hadn't told him that we were going to get the shirts. Whether or not that was right or not, I didn't go to that far. But I think it's, you know, I want Steve, if you're watching the podcast, I just want to say thank you from me personally, you know, for for taking me into your heart, and being Lightning Lads driver. But it's a real pleasure to sit alongside you and be part of your family. So thank you, Steve.
No, he's great. He is, and of course we moved blocks, but we were sitting temporarily until we moved into our new seats into block 4 at the front. And I gave him I texted him the seats, but of course him being him sat in the wrong block. You were thinking he wasn't there, but then you saw him and it's like, you're in the wrong block. But they stayed apparently where you were. So
everyone
was friendly.
He certainly seemed to be. I didn't want to leave him on his own, but he seemed to have been making some friends there. So that was good.
Great. That's something that I liked, because that's what I wanted him to do. Because on the other side, it wasn't happening for him. I think everyone's a bit more too youthful for him.
Yeah.
So not saying everyone's old this side.
No.
I think it's just different personalities.
But I think that shows. I think that shows the Lightning family. I don't like to call them supporters because they're family. They take people in and make them welcome regardless of where they're from or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, going on to that, the social media came up because of the scores. A lot of negativity.
Yeah,
it's expected. It's sport, but the thing is, we spoke about the car, didn't we?
Yeah,
on the way down to up to Peterborough, and the fact is, we lost. Like, someone put a list up of. It wasn't no need to put the whole list of the scores and everything, but it does show you the points that we had, the big characters, and the talent we had as well. And of course, we lost the majority of them. We've got new guys in, and it's going to take a while to gel. And yeah, we had a couple of games in where we looked pretty great. Like penalty kill's still up there.
I think the penalty, I said it before, I think Tim and Lewis and Joe have done an amazing job on penalty kills. I mean, in the past it would have been, oh God, here we go, we've got a penalty. How many are they going to score?
Yeah.
And they've done really well. And I think it's, they say, I can't remember who said it, it was way back in history, but they said statistics can tell you anything you want them to believe. And, you've got to take it into context. As we've said earlier in this podcast, the league is now much more parity. They brought in there's some great netminders out there, some great defences,
and former elites as well.
Former elites coming in, some great imports. And we've never been, as far as I can remember, a team that have had big scorers all the time. I think at one point, there was only one season where they got over 100 points.
That was
Ross. Was it Ross or
Rory Herman and Ross Venus?
Yeah.
Two.
But we've always shared the points around the league, around the game, the team. So I think you're right. There's always going to be negative. There was some booing. I personally don't feel that was aimed at the team. Other people did. I'm not going to argue. Everybody got their opinion. There was some poor refereeing decisions. This thing of high sticks is becoming a bit of a issue, I think. Again,
yeah, it will get eventually looked into, because they will. But going back on the team, just needed time to gel, because I saw one word saying we replaced him with mediocre talent, and I was like, that's the most wrong. We're meant to be non-biased, but that's the worst thing I've actually heard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of our players are mediocre.
Elliot Lewis, who's come in, incredible, is on two-way with Guildford.
Yeah,
and the talent he's shown is outstanding. Dominic Kabai, outstanding, and he's still showing the talent he's got from these.
Exactly.
Ilya, he's been shouted out from other teams on the live stream, saying his puck skills are outstanding. Yeah. He's quick. He's a whippet, and he's got a hell of a shot on him.
Yeah,
and he just needs that, just let it go, let loose. But he's also from another country, so his English is very basic. But of course, they'll work on that. There's of him to do that, and the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think, hockey fans are like American football fans are like soccer fans are like cricket fans are like rugby fans. When your team isn't winning, you get the negative people coming out. Yeah. But you and I will both go with what we always say, in Tim we trust.
We do, and honestly it is. In Tim we trust. It takes time to process. He's jumped out of playing into only coaching, so I know probably in some ways Tim's thinking, oh, if I got in the eyes, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But he hasn't, and we'll give it a time.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got to remember that coming from the coaching staff themselves, although Tim and John and Joe have been working together for quite a number of years now, Lewis is still new as well. It'll take him time to make an impact, although I think he has certainly made an impact as far as I'm concerned. And it is different. Tim will have lost that on-ice vision that, he can see when he's playing. And, it is a different perspective from the box, just as it's different when we're sat on our seat thinking, oh gosh, this is awful. We're not experts.
We're not.
And, it's like everything, at the end of the day, it's those players on the ice who are the ones giving it every single thing they have. And, that's one thing I will never, ever criticise them for, is that none of them really never give 100%.
Definitely. So we'll jump from there. And of course, after his interview, as he said, the fans deserve better.
Yeah.
And
we got it.
And that's for me, that's what a comment, because he knows how important, without us also.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot different. But
he's well aware. We went to the tactics I went to the tactics with Tim last Wednesday, and again a shout out to the organisation, Tim. It was a really amazing evening. A lot of really insightful stuff. And I actually asked the question about the fans, and he said, we know when they're we know when we're not doing well that they're quiet, and we know we need to pick it up.
No, definitely. So we go into, of course, we went.
We did.
Of course, before we went up, we saw my nan.
Yes, lovely lady. Lovely lady.
And you can definitely tell where I get my personal.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, I was being cheeky. I got a few slaps and everything. And then saw my Auntie Julie and my cousin.
And he made sure that she knew about the Lightning Lads and subscribed.
Oh yeah, that was fun. And then of course my Auntie Julie and my cousin Simon. So shout out to them, a lot of my family. And then I was on tea and coffee duty, wasn't I?
You were. He had a little pin. No, he didn't have a penny. Don't believe me.
Oh yes, sir.
Don't believe me.
So yeah, and of course we got to the game, and of course shout out because the staff are all friendly.
Oh, very
in the shop.
Yeah, they're really friendly, really helpful, very knowledgeable.
And the gent who was selling all the NHL gear.
Yeah. I have to say, for the first away game for NIHL that I've ever been to, I have to say I was a little bit apprehensive beforehand, but it was a really great experience.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you to Peterborough. They gave us a good game, and the fans, strange fans, but lovely fans. Some of them anyway.
So yeah, and then of course, and poor Brian, he did slip and fell over.
I did.
When you go down to walk around outside, there's a little dip at the end. So of course it was very pitch black.
It was pitch black, and even with the torch on my phone, you don't. We used to be on a very level walkway in Milton Keynes, but I'm okay.
It's good. It's got a little bruise.
Anything broken. I've got a little bit of bruise on the knee.
You got a little bruise. I've got a little cut in my hand from the other place.
It was a good experience.
1 second in. Yes. Archie straight in the D to start it off, and we're thinking, why is Archie there?
Yeah, I think we sort of expect. I think most MK Lightning fans will admit that they thought that at some point there was going to be,
after what happened from Barron to Rio.
Yeah,
that was it. I thought that was it, but
a bit of fight,
two fights.
But as I say, they lined up for the face off.
It's on now.
They lined up the face off, and I turned to Mason and said, "What's Archie doing there? Something's going to happen. What's Archie doing there?"
And of course it did. Archie took his gloves off, went straight for Gretton. And of course Gretton's quite well known to MK Lightning fans, because after last season with Ross Venus. And then, of course, it was actually Jordan Spadafor who went for Barron.
Yeah.
For the payback to Rio.
Yeah, and I mean, let's just before we go any further, we don't condone fighting, but it's part. Let's face it, it's part of ice hockey, and in some ways, I'm. It sounds awful, and again, as I say, we don't condone violence, but I would much rather have happened straight away so that we can get on with the game. Get it out there.
It happened last season with Ross and Gretton.
Yeah.
And it was out there and it just got on with it. So, but other than that, Barron had no chance against Spadafor, because Spadafor, a couple punches, just took him out. And of course, Archie held his own.
He did. The
younger man against the 27-year-old's Gretton. And Archie took him.
He did.
Of course, me shouting, you shouting.
I think everybody was shouting.
So yeah, that set the tone.
Yeah.
And of course, get on the game. So I'm wearing glasses today because I've got problems with my eyes in a minute. I'm getting headaches. So it's on and off at the minute. And of course, we went down 2.
Yeah, but I think before we go any further, Mason, what we also have to make a real big point about was Sean Norris and Malik Martelli.
I was going to get into that.
Oh, right.
But you always get there first.
I always get there first.
It's fine, we'll go.
Yeah.
Go on.
The fact that they had been on GB duty, I believe they just arrived in the country at lunchtime, and were there and gave an amazing performance. Sean in particular, I thought, was absolutely outstanding.
Definitely, because we get into that, but very massive shout out, because coming from that on jet lag of the plane, everything, you do get it regardless of the journey.
Yeah, definitely.
Timings.
And it just goes to prove, that, for those
dedication,
those doubters in the Lightning, these players are 100% committed to the Lightning.
Yes, dedication,
up and above. What we would normally. Let's face it. If you and I had been on a plane, we'd go, I'm just going to go home and go to bed. Because I think they played 3 games in 3 days.
Yeah, and then of course Sean Norris did get MVP.
Yeah.
So shout out to himself for one of the games. So go into it. Peterborough scored 2, and of course we all thought, oh no,
here we go,
local derby, of course, but and we're thinking maybe the squad might give up.
Yeah.
But oh no, Sean Norris straight away.
Just a man on a mission, I think.
Man on a mission.
And
of course, Djokovic and Donovan Kabai with the assists. And of course, Jan Djokovic got a goal.
Yeah.
To make it 2-2. And of course, Kabai got the other assist.
Yeah.
And then on Peterborough's power play.
Yeah.
Sean Norris.
Yeah.
And of course, Jarvis Hunt, his first home game back at the rink at Peterborough since leaving. He got a bit of a stick.
Yeah, well, these things happen. But as I say, I think from everyone, from the coaching staff to the players, and I haven't experienced a Lightning away to fans. I have to say, it was. There were times when I had goosebumps. We were just as loud. There were some. What's the word? Derogatory comments coming flying across from the other side.
It happens,
and we just, but it didn't. It didn't faze us. We were very vocal, and Yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah, I already pre-warned you of that because some fans over there do give it and everything. Like you saw as well, like Jarvis coming back, he got a bit of jip and everything. They were giving it to you. You saw that, and of course, Jordan Lawrence wasn't there. He wasn't playing, but of course he had Corey McNamara, who's actually scored.
Yeah,
but we all showed respect to himself.
Oh, of course.
When players went down, we're like, Urgh. But then we're like, oh, hang on, no, man's down, stop.
Yeah.
So we paid respect. Jordan Spatterfall was definitely the man on the agenda at Peterborough's tongue.
He was.
Shouting the whole ER, ER, ER. And then as soon as the second period ended, when he came off near the end, we all started singing his song.
Yes.
Na, 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 na,
yeah, and he did recognise us singing it as well. I think that gave him a big smile. It gave him a big smile.
And I did do it. After everyone's been quiet, I actually went, you heard that, Peterborough? Spider 4! And also, he can hear that, and we're all supporting Spads, and it's great to see him back on the ice.
Yeah, but not only him, everybody.
Everyone.
You know, we were supporting everybody.
Including Archie, he always has that extra oomph on him when he plays Peterborough.
Oh, he is definitely my favourite player this season, without a shadow of a doubt.
And of course, Ilya Korinchuk, assisted by County and Kabai.
Yeah.
Kabai done pretty well with some assists and everything.
I think, as I say, I think everybody on Sunday really stepped up. It was probably, I would say, it's one of the best performances I've seen for a while.
It's always
there
like
was a real passion there. It was a real passion.
I wish you were there last season because your eyes would be closed because it was actually overtime and penalties.
Don't go there. You give me traumas.
And then of course they pulled Adam Levine out.
They did.
And Jordan Spatterfall got the goal.
He did.
And of course he was like doing that on the end, like hearing what. And
and it turned out to be a very crucial goal as well, as we'll go to in a second.
Because if that didn't happen, it would have gone
to overtime.
But of course, we held on and we came with the 5-4 victory.
Yeah, and the penalty kill worked really, really well again.
100%.
I think they scored the two penny power play goals, but the last one, literally, we will say it went over the line because it literally went on the buzzer, didn't it? And I think a lot of the players had, they perhaps they'd stopped.
Oh yeah, and of course when they celebrate that goal, you couldn't hear them because we were all celebrating winning.
Yeah.
But I think the only negative I've got on the game was Jordan County because he caused the goal against us. Remember, you heard me, didn't you? Say pass, but he went for the shot. It hit the guy in front of him's pad.
Yeah,
and it went past him and they scored. But that's the only thing negative I can say. Just pass next time.
yeah.
But shout out to all the Lightning, Norris, Martelli, and of course Jan Djokovic got man of the match.
He did,
and then of course the Soldier's hat went to Jordan Spatterfall.
All right, okay.
So shout out to him. But yeah.
And it was lovely to see him back on the ice.
Definitely, and he's always loved.
Oh, he's definitely a fan favourite, a big character on and off the ice. We do love a bit of Spad.
No, definitely, and of course this weekend we're actually up against
Romford.
Well, we've got Romford Raiders at home.
Yeah.
So I'm back, and you coming?
I haven't booked a ticket
yet. We'll see what happens. We'll sort it out. And of course, away to Swindon on the weekend.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very tricky one.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. So that is all the MK Lightning. And of course, let's go into MK Thunder.
Yeah.
Brian's supporting the hat on. Of course, I went away. Shout out to Lauren for taking me. And of course, we picked up Ryan Ronfor. Our Canadian, was defenseman, but he's been moved to forward line. Outstanding. He's a lovely chap. Honestly, very reserved, and I just love the accents from the Canadians. But yeah, we got there. I was helping out with the water duties, so it was quite nice to actually when I said, "Oh yeah, you're allowed to be there because you're part of staff." I'm like, "Oh." So, and shout out to all of them because all the players was like, how you doing? They were asking about you, where you were.
Thank you very much.
I said, He's at Lightning. But no, he's got duties over there and representing us there. But he would love to come as well. So hopefully next time he can come.
Yeah, definitely.
Up against the Slough Spitfires down at Slough. Yeah, down at Slough. And of course, I think Slough won a bit of payback from the 5-3 victory we had.
They did.
Because that was a very, very tough game. But Thunder came with the 5-3 victory. And of course, this game, first and second period, we kind of dominated. There were some times where it was a bit scrappy on, not just us, also with Slough. They didn't look, honestly, not that great. They came out better on the third period.
Yeah.
But of course, the goals coming up now. Mark Cannon's got 2. Quite impressive. And also Harry McGarvey with 2 goals himself as well. And of course, there was a bit of a confuse up because I was behind the bench and everyone was giggling because they were saying, "Oh, it's Mark Cannon," and they were saying to the DJ booth guy, presenter, the one who shouts out, and they got confused with the refs, and we were saying it. And he was like, "Well, you have to wait for the refs." It got a bit funny. It was funny. Me and I shout out to Adam. We did the waters together, but we had a little giggle ourselves. But and of course, Slough Spitfires came back.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it went to overtime. But before that, Mark Cannons could have got the winner. It was absolutely stunning what he did. He went past 2 players. And you saw the video, didn't you? Where it was just came right there. It was a fraction inch there and lift. And you saw his reaction. He was doing this, but just got on with it. And unfortunately, we lost in overtime. It was 3 points up for grabs, but at least we didn't come away with anything. We did get the 1 point, but it was quite sad to see the lads with the faces, of course.
Yeah, I mean, they do take it very personally.
Yeah.
And you got to remember that they haven't played for a week. That always, you see that in other sports where people have come back from international duty or bye weeks or whatever, and have struggled for a little bit, but they didn't seem to do that. Great performance from the Thunder, and I think they're certainly in the right league now. They're certainly making great inroads into the league. They're certainly gelling well together.
Oh, they are.
Mark Canis is a phenomenal player. His scoring has been absolutely vital for us this season. But that's, you've also got to, again, we've got some great coaches.
100%. I'm going to be in the bad books with Lauren because I've forgotten, we've got a gentleman who's come in to play for us, wears number 7 jersey. I'll put it in the actual comments on our podcast. I do apologise. He might see me in training. You forgot my name. I'm like, sorry. But of course, a bit of sad news for Thunder.
Yes.
Number 81, James Mollier.
Yeah.
He's taken a step back, only for 12 weeks though, which is great to hear. So he will be coming back.
Yeah.
But of course, he's got his, because these guys do have other jobs.
Yeah.
And he's
got an opportunity that he can't really turn down.
100%, and he can't risk injuries.
Everybody from Thunder wish him well. James is another guy that I personally have taken great likeness to. He's a really great gentleman, always very honest, always plays the best he possibly can. Good luck in your new career. Hope everything goes okay in training, and we'll look forward to having you back. When you're finished.
100%. And you wouldn't recognise him anyway. Again, he cut his beard off again.
Oh no,
he looked 21 again.
Oh god.
But no, you'll be missed, buddy.
You will indeed. You will indeed.
We'll see you soon, mate. And we're on social media, so
and from both the Lightning lads, it's been a pleasure working with you so far, and we wish you the best for the next 12 weeks.
We'll see you soon. But that's done. Of course, the next game is not this weekend. It's the following weekend, as on Saturday. It's against the Lee Valley Lions. I think you're going to be at Lion again, aren't you? Because the Solway. No? Are you going to come? You come to Thunder? So yeah, a bit of sad news for MK Lightning. We won't be attending the MK Lightning Solway Sharks fixture. So the Lightning lads will be with Thunder.
Yeah.
For that game. So, and we've got the new hammer at the back.
Yes, the new Thor hammer.
And that'll be used for interviews and some stuff that we do.
I wish we could just stay with the smaller one because it's much heavy.
Yeah, he was like this.
Really heavy.
So you probably see him at the end of the season with like a big arm, like old man arm.
One arm will be like Popeye and the other will be withered and
a bit suspicious, that is.
This is a family show, remember?
I know.
We have young people watching us.
Let's keep it PG.
Let's keep it
so
PG.
Can't wait to get back with you guys. And again, I've definitely missed being with Thunder.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love. I've been with Lightning since 2017. They've got me through some really rough times. I've got some great friendships, both with supporters and with players and coaches. But there is something, special about Thunder. I think Lauren does a great job as general manager. You very rarely see her not smiling, joking.
I did capture on the bench on the picture that I put on Facebook. She was having a giggle and everything. There it is there.
Yeah, and all the support staff, and of course the four coaches. I beg your pardon. They're doing a great job, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking myself and Mason into your team and making us so welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll go into the team of the week, which is popping up now. And this is where it was quite good. It was a bit hard for us to choose players, but
we were sitting just before we started this podcast and said that it's getting to the point where we should maybe have two teams of the week or a squad of the week.
Yeah, like team of the week, but then also the recipients of the first squad that didn't meant to make it. So
yeah, it's getting harder and harder. A bit like the predictions, really.
Definitely. So
no, we're not getting a trophy for.
So netminder, we went with Alex Oxlade from Sheffield Steel Dogs. He's just after last weekend and of course this weekend. Incredible.
I mean,
young
I think we're getting to the point again where we have some amazing. We've got Will and Jordan at Milton Keynes. Remy Marr, Levine,
Cole Cece, Max Wright.
Yeah, the Netminder family is really, really strong this season.
It is,
and I think that's, to me, again, that's the reason that the scores are becoming tighter because a lot of the teams now are having man of the matches. And it's their netminders.
Yeah, so, and of course, for our D-men, we've gone with Sheffield Steel Dogs again. Liam Still.
Yeah.
He's jumped up on the, I think it's on 18 points. But it's been outstanding. Just watching him play, and the highlights I've been watching as well. It's just the way he moves, there's hockey IQ, just not afraid to get gritty when he needs to. It's just outstanding. He had to be in that squad for this week. And of course, we had to put him in.
Mr. Salisbury.
Yeah, Mr. Archie Salisbury.
But let's just clarify something. We didn't put him in just because of the fight.
No.
He had an exceptional game, and he has all through the season. I think he's another one who is really starting to mature as a player. You would be, he's not very old. I think he's 21. But he plays like a veteran. Yeah. Always on the, always keen. Great vision on the ice. Very strong in defence. Backs his teammates up when they need him. Yeah, great guy, and such a wonderful. He is a really lovely human being.
He is, and I just can't wait when he hits the mid-20s, because he could go elite.
Oh, I think without a shadow of doubt,
future captain. And the fact is, it's not just us and other people close by. I've actually been, because since being in the podcast, I've actually been speaking to other teams, other coaches, and they even mention Archie, and they say like, "Wow," and that's incredible.
Yeah, and I think, as you say, future captain, hopefully for Milton Keynes. If not, wherever he goes, he will give 100%. We have, and this is again, I'll go back to what we were saying earlier. We have so many young players and good players who come onto the ice. They don't get the recognition necessarily that they deserve, but give 100% every week. And, Archie's one of them.
No, definitely. And then, of course, the front three, Bear Gunjanov. I hope I pronounced that right, because I'm not really good. You know what I'm like to pronounce the name myself.
One of the things you'll learn very quickly with myself and Mason is that if your name isn't Smith or Walker or something English, we really do struggle. So please do not be offended by our pronunciation.
Yeah. It's just that he's up there with the top scorers now and the point scorers, and the fact is at the 3+3. He had to be up there.
Yeah.
The past 2 weeks, I would love to put him up there, but unfortunately, not Kieran Brown, Thompson, and the other guys, but outstanding, and Sheffield are very lucky with that guy as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And the others. And also he's finally found his skates after that. We thought that whole imports were going a bit on fly mode still, but Sobchak from Hull Seahawks has made it.
Yeah.
One of my favourite players in the league as well. I've got a few, haven't I? I've got a few.
You have.
But yeah, shout out to them. Hull, they've got some points.
Yeah, and of course he got a hat-trick as well.
Yes, hat-trick.
Sunday.
And of course, you pronounce this one. Jordan,
we believe it's Biesa.
Yes, sir.
As I say,
I've been saying
please do accept our apologies. And if you watch this podcast, please let us know how you pronounce your name. But
send us if it's online, send us a quick messenger or a video saying that's how you pronounce it, or himself, Jordan. And of course, if not, we have lightning people, they'll pronounce it for us. But we do apologise. He's up there as well. After his goals and also assists. And I've always wanted to find Solway to have a player in the
and
week.
I think looking back over when we decide the team of the week, I like to have a quick look. Don't tell the bosses I should be working, but I tend to have a look and see what they've done over the season, and he seems to have been a real regular stalwart for Solway, and it's great to see him.
No, definitely got
join our team.
Solway have actually done pretty well getting them from Leeds.
Yeah.
So of course, shout out to him, and that is team of the week.
Team of the week. Yeah.
So we'll see who comes next week. We'll go in stinker of the week very quickly. We're actually just going to do it where it's the most penalty points.
Yes.
In the league, and of course, Mr. Leeds Knights, Ollie Endicott.
Yes. He's
up there with the highest points so far. So you never know, he might not be in it next week. It might be someone else.
Yeah. And Ollie is Ollie. He's a man of amazing talent.
He had a good game as well.
But penalties are penalties, and that you've always got to be aware that at some point those penalties may cause problems. Because
apparently, if you get a certain maximum points on penalties during the season, you lose. Your coach will be suspended.
Because I think that's what happened with Tim last season, if I remember.
I think so. So
I might be wrong.
And he's not that far off from Leeds head coach to be suspended for a game.
Yeah, and nobody we don't criticise the refs very often, but and sometimes it is fine lines.
It is, and
they of course don't have the beauty of VAR. They can't say, oh well, that wasn't tripping. It was.
Yeah, well, and the thing we'll say about the ref, there's been a couple of calls where we thought, no, yes, but I don't want to get too much into the ref business.
No, not at all.
Because I want to keep away from that.
And let's face it, it's a flaming difficult job.
It is.
They've got to not only look after their own safety, but it's a very fast. I noticed it, and I think we've talked about it when you're down at the plexiglass. The game just seems so much quicker.
It is, and we've seen it where refs get hit in the face, they get hit, pushed. It does. It gets about over Peterborough, isn't it? He got sandwiched. Matthews got sandwiched nearly.
He did.
Everyone had a little giggle, didn't they?
They did, and I certainly wouldn't want to call some of those penalties.
So that is stinker of the week done.
Yeah.
Of course, let's go for the quick fire. The predictions. And who will win next weekend. Yeah. Brian, kick it off. And of course, the first game is on the 14th on Friday.
Oh, another Friday game. Bristol against Swindon. Oh, I think Swindon. Bristol are coming back. I think Swindon, but Swindon have recently not been quite as good as they were.
There's been a couple of games that slipped up, but that's with the league. So you go Swindon, so I'll go for the Bristol Pitbulls.
Okay.
So let's see who get those.
Yeah.
Of course, Saturday fixtures.
Yeah. Leeds Knights, Peterborough. Leeds haven't really been that consistent at home this season, a bit like Lightning. Be interesting to see whether Dylan Lawrence is back. But I would go with Leeds.
I've just got a funny feeling about it because I know Peterborough and everything, but I just think after the last time when I thought Leeds, they lost at the Castle, but I think the next game they'll win. They did, so I'm going to join you with the Leeds.
Yeah,
the Knights. So there we go. Ooh,
this is going to be a really. I think this is going to be a really tight one. I think this is yet another overtime game. Basingstoke Bisons against Steel Dogs.
And Steel Dogs are on
a good run.
They're on 5 games winning streak.
Yeah, but Bison are at home. They've done well at home. They've shown that they are back. They're a good side. Mm-hmm. Can we go for a draw? I don't think we can, get we? No.
I'm gonna stick with Steel Dogs.
Oh gosh.
Because it's just at the minute they've just the way they've got Nordstrom, Gundenov. You got Liam Steele in defence. You've got the other guys as well. You got Garcia, and of course you got Oxley, but also you got Mara at the end as well. So but of course Bison as well. But I'm going to go Steel Dogs.
My heart says Steel Dogs. My head says Basingstoke. So I'm going to go Basingstoke.
Oh yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be much fun if we all just agreed with everything because we'd both win the trophy.
Of course, MK Lightning at home. To Romford Raiders. Lightning.
Yeah, I think I will. I made a vow that I would never predict that they would lose. I think they will. They want to continue that development that they got from Peterborough.
No, definitely.
We've got with the home crowd as well. Romford are a little bit of a flux after losing their head coach as well, which can't have been a good thing to do.
Which is very odd, actually. It was only 7 weeks in, but it's behind closed doors.
We don't know the circumstances, so we won't comment. But yeah, I think Lightning.
I think it will be an exciting game because I just feel like because you got Jake Sylvester's in form, you got one of my other favourite players, TJ Henderson. And also we actually get Cole CC on at last and see what he can do, because he's shown pretty what he can do. And on top of that, they return.
Yeah.
The Osborne brothers.
Yes.
Will they get a couple of goals?
You never know. But let's go. Let's stick with the Lightning.
Also, we can get the jersey signed from Austin.
We could.
And get a picture of him.
We could.
I'll give him a text.
You could.
You heard that.
You could.
So yeah, and of course the next game is, of course, Solway Sharks, Bristol Pitbulls.
Yeah. Again, both teams are going to be battling for that playoff spot. Solway are starting to get that momentum.
These are our two teams that we thought would be at the bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Hate saying that.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to go Solway.
Who's big at Bristol Pitbull? But you got Joe Bolton, and also they've got the Austin in. I'll join you with Solway as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and the last one of the Saturday,
Tigers v the Sharks. The Seahawks.
I think that's going to be an overtime or potential shootout
again.
Yeah.
Telford. I like Telford. I think they're a strong side.
They are, especially when it comes to right near the end, and it's like
they seem to have that. They seem to be able to be consistent over the 3 periods, especially, and really pushing that last period. I'm going to go Telford.
I might go and join this. A shout out to the Slapshot Syndicates, the fellow podcasters. I'll shout out to them. I might join them with the Hull Seahawks.
Fair enough.
There we go. And then Sunday, Steel Dogs against Telford Tigers. Steel Dog. I'm going to go Steel Dogs.
I'm going to stick with Telford.
Ooh.
I'm going to stick with Telford.
This is where we start.
This is where
you get your fourth week in the row.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So, Romford Raiders, Solway Sharks. Again, they're meeting up again.
Yeah. And on the road for Solway this time.
I'm going Raiders because I think they want payback.
Yeah, I think. I think Raiders.
So, a bit of tight game as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and then Hull Seahawks home for Leeds Knights to come up.
Yeah, Yorkshire Derby.
Go either way. There's been a few times where it has been Hull and sometimes Leeds. I might go for a Hull Seahawks 4-pointer.
Yeah, I would say Hull. Yeah, I do like Leeds, but I think given the firepower that Seahawks have, I think they will.
If Sobchak stays in form, and Zvek assist and that, and also, but because apparently Bobby Chamberlain wasn't playing on the weekend, so if he gets back on, then it'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll both go for Hull Seahawks, won't we?
We will.
And the next one,
Peterborough Phantoms against Basingstoke Bison.
I think there's going to be a fight in that game. I just
possibly.
got a feeling.
Possibly. I've got to go Bison.
I'll go Phantoms.
Okay.
So, and the last game
of the weekend, Lightning against Swindon.
And I think we might be going down Christmas time for the Swindon one away again, but it can go either way for Lightning. It can go like how we did last night, where we can just get those extra points or a point, but there's been a couple of times where we've gone there. That's when Ben Solder slips it through the middle, and of course mistake happened and they won just before going into overtime. So I know you're Lightning 100%.
Jump off that fence, the Mason. Jump off that fence.
This is going to be the one. Put it this way, this weekend could be where Lightning could turn it around and get themselves up.
I really think, given the criticism they faced on Saturday, the performance they put in on Sunday, I think the Lightning are turning it around.
If we can,
he says, without hope, with fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay, I'm I'm going to join you on the Lightning wagon.
Ooh.
In Tim we trust.
In Tim we trust. Yeah.
We have to get that flag made up one day.
We will. We will. Or maybe get a cup with it on it and present it to him.
Or we actually get our own little sippy cup things for the games. And get Tim to sign it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and of course that is the predictions. And let the best man win.
Yeah.
So
which has been me for the last 3 weeks. Just to remind
there you go. There he is.
Just to remind you.
He's rubbing it in. And of course, we might have some news coming.
Yeah.
We've potentially got a newbie.
Yeah.
Joining in. He's a lovely chap. Of course, we're gonna probably see him tomorrow, have another chat.
Yeah.
But they're looking very promising. But there'll be more with MK Lightning.
Yeah.
So watch out! It'll be a new person in the town.
Yeah, and I think this is down to you guys. Is why we're having to expand the team, is because you have supported us so well. We've gone from when I first joined, we were around about the 700, 800 views, if I remember rightly.
No, we were on at least it was over 100 and 180-ish.
What, subscribers?
I'm
talking about
views.
I'm talking about views, mate.
Sorry.
Come on, wake up. I know it was a long time.
Do you mean views?
Yeah.
Views-wise, before you joined, the highest that we hit in views was about 100. No, I think it was 235.
Yeah,
That was
now each week we're getting. I think 2.1 was the last week.
The 34th week was 2.1k.
Yeah, and that's down to you. And we, we say it every week, but we mean it from the bottom of our hearts.
Do.
Thank you very much for supporting us. We've got the shop sorted. It will go up live very, very shortly.
Yes, we're just working on
the final details.
And also on top of that, I did put a post out saying thank you to you guys for the views and the support and the love on YouTube. Honestly, we've jumped up to we're not out far off 200 now.
Yeah.
As I said, got my nan.
Yeah, got
my nan on there. That was a ball late to get there onto it. Yeah. I had to set up a new email, even though I found out she had an email address. My auntie helped me there.
Joys of technology.
And of course, before I do that, I didn't announce before. Barry McKenzie from Bristol Pitbulls.
Yeah.
He's unfortunately had to leave with immediate effect, but nothing bad. I think he's welcomed a second child.
Oh, congratulations
for you, and hope you eventually come back into hockey. Because being a parent, we both know. Yeah, you've been there, done it.
I've been there, done it. Still, trust me, guys, it doesn't get any better when they're 30 and 25. It's still difficult. This one's got 2, 1 and
3 months.
3 months. He must be mad.
But no,
but they're lovely kids.
They are, aren't they?
They are.
They look like me a lot. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
But going back on about us being like notes as well, we can't actually say it. We have made it because everyone talks to us outside of the podcast. And the best one, I went to Costco's and all I got was, "You're the hockey guy." I looked around, I was like, huh, what? And it's like, yeah, the podcast. I was like, oh yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
And it's been a real, saviour for me. I've struggled with my mental health for a long time now, and doing this podcast every week is a real privilege. And of course, working with this guy here, is amazing. But as you say, I took my daughter to the game last Sunday, and she texted my other daughter saying, "Oh God, I wish Dad would hurry up. He spends half his time walking around the ring talking to people because they keep stopping him and asking how he is."
Sound quite like I haven't got that. I just talk anyway.
Yeah,
no one there for me. But yeah, honestly, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
But honestly, just keep on doing what you're doing. We'll keep on doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
But other than that, please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And thank you. And
don't forget, if you've got something that you'd like to see or you'd like us to talk about, please do let us know. You know, we have a set format that we like to do, but we're always open to comments. We're always open to new ideas. But yeah, thank you very much for everything.
Yeah, and also if you want to be a guest, just give us a message or see us and speak to us, and we can probably get you on.
Yeah, and here's an idea, Mason. If you've got somebody coming up with a birthday, put it in the comments and we'll give them a shout out.
We'll give them a shout out on the podcast, of course, and you never know, we'll probably get together a little item or something. Yeah. So you heard Mr. Brian.
If you've got birthday coming up, especially youngsters, I know that they do love a shout out. They do love a shout out.
So and I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it for this week.
Number 35.
Gosh, we'll be before we know it, we'll be 50.
You never know. It'll be episode 50s, 100s.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get to that, and that's thanks to you guys. But thank you for watching tonight, lads. Thank you.
Yeah, and see you soon. See you next week.
Bye bye.